I see. Now I'm starting to see. So, Streamlabs is more of what you use for Twitch. This nonsense you use strictly. Strictly for... Yo, okay. Hi everybody. This is P2H. I have no idea the quality. Let me check the audio. Hi everybody. Okay, so at least the audio has recovered. Figured that shit out. Oh boy. So it's gonna be a little jagged today. Because they don't have the transitions I use. Zoom! I'm a little late. I'm 10 minutes late because I've been trying to figure out this Streamlabs stuff. It's 10 afternoon. It's July 6, 2018. I'm getting ready to start recording and to start doing some interesting stuff. But it takes a bit of getting used to. Especially this stuff. What is all this? It's interesting, I'll tell you that. Today we're doing a rogue rant. Oh my god, it's so fast. Did they not think of transitions and people care about them? There must be a way for me to mess with the transitions somewhere. It's so... We're doing the rogue rant. Hey! And specifically, we're talking build diversity strikers. The salty kind. And tactical advantages. Oh boy, it's gonna be a couple hot takes today. Let me tell you what. Because we have had a cascade of essentially these response videos to the overwhelming majority of players being disillusioned with the emerging striker meta. It's been around. It's been around. You guys just didn't, for some reason, see it. I don't know why. I don't know how. I guess the predators and the nomads were distracting you from what was actually happening.
Don't waste my time.
Oh, goodness.
Readings indicate this area is safe.
That's okay. I'm here. I'll help you out. Just this. Apply settings. Bring you on in. And now I'm gonna show you... Coffee Cam, you got a little punked. I got you. Should look good. Even gave you a little backdrop there. Right. Jagged transition. Ah, there it is. Ah, buddy.
What are you waiting for?
Looking good, Coffee Cam. Oh, jeez. Okay. Let's do this. Let's talk. First thing that we gotta talk about is build diversity. Build diversity has never been better than what it is right now. Because of the ambitions and the creativity of the player base and the influx of new players. People are willing to try and do whatever they want to do to get shit done in the dark zone, and I am
You go in without
about
this,
it.
you're dead.
I wanted to see more of this before. Items, man, I got too much junk. My trunk. What's going? I just have to deposit some stuff. But the build diversity is a direct response to people being fed up with a specific target. Strikers. Strikers are the man of the hour. They've been designated best in show by the devs, and they do not want to mess with them. So people are now taking it upon themselves, more power to them, to take on the threat of the Striker Menace, and it's really cool to watch. To be real honest with you, I enjoy seeing people do what they do, see what they come up with to fight strikers. It's really interesting. It seems there's a bit of a consensus upon a few of the approaches. Say, you know, things like, for instance, I think I'm gonna go ahead and get that. We don't need a low roll like that.
I got stuff that'll save. Take a look.
Crowd
I got
control
everything you
is
need.
finally okay. I've been seeing turrets everywhere. Y'all have been upset about turrets for the longest, and now turrets are A-okay. And I'm okay with you being A-okay with them. About time turrets got some respect around here. I mean, they've been doing a lot of work for everybody for a long time. They've been considered cheese. Cheesy cheese. For no reason.
Hey,
Other than that, they're
stupid.
crowd control.
Over
They
here.
do a specific task. It's unreasonable to hate on them for such a thing. You know, there's a push now toward front-loading your damage. That's another move. So glass cannons are showing back up again. Remember those guys? The advent of health and nomad had made them all but extinct. Hell, even the Predator's mark with and Sentry or Strikers with the 9k stamina builds, it essentially destroyed and dismantled the game that was Glass Cannon. The role had been eliminated because they essentially brought back the bruiser builds of old. Lo and behold, though, hey, now that Predmark took a nerf, people are venturing into old territory, playing with those old magics. I'm not against it. I like you. I like you when you're like this. Like it when you do things like that. I'm not against it. I think I'm gonna get this guy too. I got a lot of duplicates out here. Unforgiving. Competent. Forgiving. Deadly. It's a fast shooting. Fast shooting. Okay, we'll get this guy. Forgiving predatory is amazing. Anywho, I just wanted to let y'all know that I have appreciated build diversity, though it is spurred upon the ire of a specific build. I won't name names, or maybe I will. Maybe I will name a lot of names. Damn. Damn, a lot of strikers have been getting some, maybe undue, maybe long overdue, comeuppance. Huh? Depends how you feel about it. Depends how you feel about it. I think some of you out there may have been waiting for this moment. Some of you have been dreading it. Don't know. What are we doing over here on quality? Oh my god, what a blurry mess that is. What is this? Okay, at least it goes up to 1080. Looks okay. Okay. The hell. My god. That was hard to look at. Whew, I would not watch this game in that low res. I don't think I picked anything to fix that. Anywho. I've got too many of these damn things. How did I do this? So far as build diversity is concerned, we've got so many tacticians out here. I've seen tacticians, Firecrest. I've seen you ninjas out here. So many ninjas. I'm a ninja, he's a ninja, she's a ninja too. I'm a ninja and you can be one too, right? Where did that channel go? That one is gone, long gone. But, my goodness, it's quite a turnaround from what we just had not, what, 3 weeks, 4 weeks ago for patch 1.8.2? Where it was essentially 3 builds out here and that was about it. That was all you could get. So I'm enthusiastic going forward about how we are approaching the game as a community. I like what you're doing. I want you to keep it up. I'm proud of you. Suppose that should take me into the next bit. This is gonna be a long bit. Oh, I guess it's not really a bit. It's a bit much. So, salty strikers out there. I've seen a lot of these videos from strikers. XR10, Jesse.
Supply drops incoming. Uploading coordinates.
There's a few others out there. They've been
Don't waste my time.
trying to justify
Take it and go.
their use of striker. They've been trying to say it's not overpowered while at the same time gloating about how powerful it is.
You're dead.
There's It's a very weird situation they're finding themselves in. Oh no, I still have too much. How do I do this? Oh yeah. But they are trying desperately to say that no. The reason I've been rolling through everyone in the server with my Striker build is not because Striker is overpowered, but because I am good at the game. And in the same breath, they will tell you about how Striker has the 30% to stability, so it's really easy to aim with. And they'll tell you about how they essentially never run out of health because they can get their stacks, and with predatory and canned food, suddenly they're invincible. Like, it's... Really, guys? You gotta understand how this is coming off a little bit? Just a little bit. Just a tad. If there was an Olympic competition for fence riding, there's a few of you out there that would be competing for gold right now, is what I'm saying. It's tough. It's hard to watch. I get it. I mean, you like the build because it makes you feel strong. That's why a lot of the PvE players use it in their legendary runs. See, you and the PvE players have a lot to share. Common with your Striker builds. As I sip my coffee and put it back. Huh. That's weird. Your PvE builds. Nifty. Well, and I'm not one saying that there needs to be a nerf either. I know I've seen a few of those same individuals admit that it needs a nerf of some kind, usually in the form of a health, you know, take away the healing, you know, let it just be a damage buff. Because they don't necessarily believe that the heal is the strongest part of the build. They want to keep the strongest part, which is the damage. You know, 100% to your damage. You know, stack it up in no time. It's cool, yeah, just cut off, you know, only the smallest smidgen. I understand. Trying to keep yourself as strong as possible. I don't want to do that. I wouldn't do that to you. I don't want to nerf you. And the devs don't either. They said already. They don't want to mess with the balance of the institution that is the Dark Zone. It's silly to think that they would go back on their word. I think that they are focused on the next game so much that you have no need to worry. They are dead-ass serious. They are going to go ahead and completely let us deal with this situation on our lonesome. Skill. What is this? How do I have this? Huh. That I think. I like this. Oh, actually I could no. Let's get rid of it. But the idea here is that I don't want to nerf you. I want to have options against you. Right? And people have already been exploring a lot of them. That was in the diversity segment. I've been seeing a lot of Banshees front-load damage in combination with the Ninja Bike with their Predators marks, right? I've seen that shit. I'm not against it. No, it's reasonable. No, they go for this 3 bonus right here.
Alert. Supply
They'll
drops will
start
expire.
here. They'll
in
even get the
30
4-piece for the
seconds.
against rogues, but that's situational. So some people will get away from that. They'll just go for this guy right here. That's reasonable. And then they'll pick up the Predator's Mark bonus. That's also reasonable. I'm not against it. Because Predator's Mark is the bonuses to Assault Rifle and SMG. And reload speed. It's good shit.
Supply drop timer has expired.
It's not bad. I can
Hey,
appreciate
do
you
it.
trying
Over
to stack those elements in. I've seen a few builds. Arkham Gaming had one out there that was had sentries thrown in there. Sentries has headshot damage. I think he was using it for the accuracy though, because 30% accuracy is also a big bump. It's not stability, but 30% accuracy is huge as well. People are just dipping for these bonuses any which way they can get them. I think the 2 bonus is probably the best one here. The 3 headshot damage is whatever. You can get 18 off of 1 mod, so I think this is very whatever in comparison to this.
Hey,
For
you're going without this?
for future
You're
reference. But it's very, very interesting.
Don't ask me where I got it.
Listening to strikers have concerns that their build will be nerfed. Help! Devs, don't listen to them. I know you listened to me just 5 minutes ago. And I'm really excited that you did. I'm glad that you nerfed Predator. I'm glad that you nerfed. Isn't that the fucking shitty thing about this? They were stoked out of their minds. They were losing their fucking gourd when they nerfed Predmark and they nerfed Nomad and they were like, Strikers untouched. Woo! Update point 1.8.2. And then and everyone realized, oh wait a minute, Striker's untouched. Striker's OP. And suddenly all these Strikers players start sweating going, we're not. Who said that? Who said that? Shut up. He says, I'm not OP, I'm a skill build. I'm a skill build. I play with skill. I'm a skill build. Okay, buddy. We believe you. We still believe. It's rough. It is rough being Striker right now. And, you know, the pressure is so high on them that they're all putting out those videos. And I get it. It's tough being you right now. I totally understand. You got your Fisher Price buy first build for farming. You're using it in the dark zone to attack players. Because it's easy. And you feel threatened. A lot of other builds, a lot of other users have felt that way. Using other builds, right? Alpha Bridge was a lot like that at one point. What's strong about Alpha Bridge? It just stacks talents of all the shotguns, including the third slot. What's strong about that? Stacks the damage of all the guns at the same time. What's strong about that? Everyone's running it. It's fine. Balanced if everybody does it, right? Right? Oh my god. Just watching these really salty strikers just grovel for their builds. Don't hurt him. Don't hurt my build. It didn't do anything wrong. It's not its fault. It's like, dude, one, get off the ground. Two, nothing's gonna happen. You're good. You're fine. God, it's embarrassing. It's rough. It's just rough for him right now. I hope it gets better. Assault is unreasonable for the situation they're in. I think they're better off right now than they've ever been. They gotta chill out. They gotta accept the fact that they're number one. Be okay being the best. Explosion radius, I think. Guys, go over here. Yeah, that's where they go. Station range. They're not gonna hurt the build. They certainly wouldn't, because it's bad for business. It's bad because if they mess with Striker at this point, they're gonna hurt the PvE community, and they're gonna hurt a big portion of the PvP community. Either way, they will piss off a lot of people who they need not piss off all at the same time. And the thing is, they really do need a build that is entry level, right? They need something that we can all agree is, sure, it's my Fisher Price first build, but if it's your first build, you should use it. You should fucking learn how to play the game. You should give yourself an opportunity to stand a chance. Not only that, because you use it for farming, you use it for everything, you can get everything else while you're using it. You know, it's not... There is a purpose to that build. You know, it might be lost on many people at this moment in time, but there is and has been a purpose to that build. There will continue to be. It will be sorted. It will be better. It will get better. I'm not worried about it. I feel pretty good about it.
Best gear for the streets, right here.
I feel good that Striker players are feeling the heat like this. I feel like we've got a strong community out here doing what they need to do. The experimentation is real. If there's anything I would be concerned about, is that there is going to be no change in the future, it's not even that big a concern. Because the pressure already is in the favor of everyone else. Right? I'm not... You know, Stryker is on its heels. So far as... And as the champion going forward, they should be on the defensive, right? Their position of power, it's tentative. You know, they have to compete. If they want to be king, they damn well better have to try and keep it, right? I mean, it only makes sense. So, I'm not bothered. I think the salt is temporary. I feel like once they get a little more comfortable, they're not used to being the target. They're on the defensive, they're on their heels about many of these topics. It's not a big deal. They're fine. They don't feel like it right now, but they're fine. They will be fine. It's all part of the game. If they will feel little alienated for a time. They're gonna have to get used to the idea that people see them in a different light. It's just the way it is. Your build is meant, it's designed in a lot of ways for new players. You gotta come to terms. That's just how this situation came about. Just because you use it for some other reason, some other way, does not change that fact. You demonstrate that you are capable of soloing a server with it. Congratulations. But that doesn't prove much. You proved, worse yet, you're in a squad and you're rolling servers as your 4-man Stryker team. What are you doing? Especially on these new players. What kind of experience are you giving these new players? It's an experience that, reasonably, I don't have a problem you giving them. They should know that this dark zone is not fair. They should know that going forward. But just because the dark zone isn't fair, like what are you getting out of running around just rolling new people over and over again? What is on a build that's clearly superior to every other build in the game? Like, what are you? What's your game plan? What are you trying to accomplish? What's the message you're sending? I don't know what it really says about anyone in particular when you do something like that. I don't think it's conveying the message you would like it to convey. I'm sure you would like it to... I would think you would like to come off a little stronger. A little more powerful. But, he's come off as a goober. That's all good. They'll get used to it. But I don't think it's just, you know, the vitriol. Because the thing is, the diversity, the saltiness, you know, people trying different builds. It's all good and whatnot, but I've also, as I've gone around talking to people about builds, about strategy. Hey Nas, what's up? There's the I'm talking about builds and salty strikers and here's what I'm talking about real quick. Oh, that was a fast transition. Build diversity, salty strikers, and tactical advantages. That's the topic today. I'm already on to tactical advantages. It's great to see you too, Nas.
And you know what they say? Nature.
I have been ranting and raving as usual. I'm trying this Streamlabs OBS. I don't think it's meant for YouTube. I think whenever I'm on YouTube, I'll use the old OBS, and then when I'm on Twitch, I'll use this thing. So I don't think this OBS Streamlabs thing is designed for YouTube at all.
Transmissions jammed. Proximity coverage only. Backup activated. System rebooted.
You know, we should just
Oh god.
Warning, now entering dark zone. Warning, now leaving the safe area.
I was actually getting on to my last topic, Naz, which is,
Shit.
I had just talked about the build diversity and the way strikers have been responding, you know, putting out their build videos and their justifications for what they do in the dark zone, and how striker doesn't need to be nerfed, yada yada yada. I get it. But the thing that I would like to see happen next, so far as I am excited about the build diversity getting better, what I want to see is tactical variation. So far, I've still only seen people build with the intent of face tanking strikers.
Let me check it out.
Which is not a strong strategy, right? Going forward, still not great. Doesn't accomplish very much when you face tank a striker. They use these EMPs, right? Which is a good play.
Deploying turret.
It gets you, it buys you time, it freezes their stacks. It doesn't cleanse the stack. Striker, without a doubt, is the best build. I think the problem right now is that people are still trying to fight Striker as if they are all Striker builds, but they keep making builds that are not Striker. And they need to be comfortable with the idea that tactical advantages come from other builds in different ways other than face tank, right? Like, Firecrest's tactical advantage is in crowd control, in AoEs even. The same goes for this build, this final measure. I mean, my advantage comes in a sort of counter-strike. You know, when you instigate a grenade toss. I get, you know, 40% stronger. You know, it's not necessarily about, you know,
Area secure.
trying to play the game that you always have been. You know, because a lot of these people are, they're still trying to play that striker game, even though and it's a positive move, but they are trying to get away from striker, but they don't know how yet, because a lot of these people are still new players. They came on board like 1.6, 1.7. They came around when it was striker, nomad, predator. That was it. They don't know how to do it any different. It's not their fault. So now with this huge bonus to build diversity, where you have ninja bike builds, you have, you know, Firecrest, you have Predator's Mark, you have Tactician's Authority sticky bombs flying out everywhere. Hey! You know, this is a different approach. This is a whole new dark zone again. This is a dark zone that a lot of these players haven't experienced. It has existed before. We have seen these builds in the past, but a lot of these players have not seen it. Just because they're new. So, I think it's up to us to, especially the old hands, to show some of these new players some of the old magic, right? I was on someone else's stream getting laughed at, trying to tell them about a nimble build, which is an old high-end build that involved cover-to-cover, which is essentially what all of my builds are based off of. These cover-to-cover moves. I'm not the person who developed this. I actually was strongly against this strategy when it first came out, because it was overpowered at the time. Because nimble bags were really strong. They would regen you full health. It was the nimble holsters.
Warning. Hostiles detected.
But now that nimble's dead and gone, you know, this strategy's a little bit more legit, right? To attempt it, to utilize it for the damage buff. But people who haven't been around since back then, they have no idea that this even exists. They don't realize that there's advantages to using cover-to-cover movement, or even to being on cover for your stability and accuracy bonuses. They don't know mechanics. Basic mechanics. This stuff is basic. This is stuff the game teaches. They think I'm a PvE player because this is stuff that you see PvE players do because the game teaches you to do this. It's just because you can apply it in PvE does not mean it's not PvP applicable. And a lot of so it's, you know, there's gonna be a learning curve. A lot of these PvP guys think only one way only. They gonna learn, Naz. They gonna learn. It's gonna be rough. It's gonna be a rough ride for them, is what I'm telling you. They're gonna have a. But that's the thing, is as a responsible veteran of the game, of 2 years, veteran, we have a responsibility, as the older players, to show the younger players what's what. Get off of these, we gotta get off of the striker builds and whatnot. And start showing them the old magic, because the old magic still works. Probably works a lot better now than it has ever been.
Warning. Additional hostiles incoming.
You can say it's different, but damage is damage, Naz. I understand that, like, I understand these NPCs are sitting on cover and whatnot. And I'm sitting on cover, and we're all just trading shots, whatever. But, if I bust out my Lone Star, and I'm up against some players, I can treat them like I would because I can literally suppress them with the amount of firepower I put out with that Lone Star. It may not put the little icon on the player like it would these NPCs, but when they hear the
Hostiles incoming.
they hear that machine gun going off as fast and as hard as it can with the Berserk rock, they get a little nervous. It happens. It's real. I've seen players panic. I've seen it happen. They're like, what is this? What is happening right now? This is real loud. This is a real loud and scary gun. I've scared my teammates. They're standing next to me when that Berserk goes off. And I've got the loud vent brake on my crit damage variant of the Big Owl. And it's loud. Boy, is it loud. Once the burn starts, oh, they're having issues. They're having second guesses. Especially if they make the mistake of actually advancing on me, and they start taking that damage.
Area has been secured.
The first guy goes down. Uh-oh. Second guy goes down. Uh-oh. I do not play. Not like that. Not like they're used to. They think they know damage output with their striker builds. You gotta have stacks to have damage output on your build. I don't have to have shit. Plus, you're talking about having 100% on yours. You want me to run down what Lone Star does? You want to know what damage buffs I have? You don't compete with Lone Star on damage. It doesn't. It doesn't happen. Because there's stuff they just don't account for. You get the base damage buff of 20% to shotguns and LMGs, right? Berserk gives you 30% more. That's 50. Then I'm using Big Al, which is 50% cover shooter. I've now matched your 100% striker build. Okay? But you know what your striker doesn't have? Berserk also gives you 30% to the rate of fire. Ain't no way in hell you're gonna face tank me if I'm on cover and we're gonna trade blows. Ain't no way. Ain't no way.
Attention. Hazard levels normal.
They just don't know, because they don't know mechanics. They don't pay attention. They don't think about it. They just do whatever has been, right? And whatever has been recently has been your critical hit build for Striker. Max that crit out. Get that 60%.
Take a look. I
Do
got
crit hit
everything
damage
you need.
everywhere. Whatever. That's it. There you go. Your build is done.
I'll be seeing you again.
And it's the same build everywhere else too. Like, no, they want the vicious, deadly, and yeah, no kidding. And that's the other thing they don't even account for. They're like, what, this guy's on cover and he's using cover to cover, what a dummy. It's like, dude, do you realize that cover to cover move I just did boosted my damage by another 15 to 20%? You're about to eat all of this damage off attack advance, up to a maximum of 30. No! No! Don't let me! Don't let me do this to you! You're gonna... and I'm gonna hit full cover, you're not gonna be able to get hits on me. I'm gonna do this to you and your whole team! Turn that corner! Let me hit you! No! You're not ready for this life. Not this lifestyle. It's tough. It's tough. It's hard to win. They don't know. They don't know yet. They will. They will.
Don't waste my time.
I actually have to find a way of using this build in which I can utilize some of those mechanics. This isn't Lone Star, this is Final Measure, but I want to use many of these things, right?
Proximity coverage only.
So grenade tosses
Backup
are going to be
activated.
involved.
System rebooted.
EMP is going to be involved. Attack advance, smart cover. I'm tanky as all hell. I'm looking real tough. You know, this is a 6.5, 6.5, 3. I use the L86 for my ranged attacks, and then I use the Big Al for the other stuff.
Going in.
You know, attack advance is a hell of a drug. Give you that damage. Then I got this guy right here. Slow and steady. L86. Very accurate. Very powerful shots. That L86. Easy to reload too. It's like an assault rifle with that magazine. Not against it. Not against it. Look how accurate that thing is. Look how tight that gets. It's just got stability issues just like every other LMG in the game. So you just smart cover. There you go. Look how tight that is. Oh my goodness.
Lock this area down.
L86, one of my favorite LMGs in the game. It's a shame there isn't an exotic version of this, but there may not need to be. It's really fucking good. It might be just like those lightweights. Nobody uses the Liberator, they just use straight up lightweight up. Maybe this guy doesn't need one. Just run Unforgiving, maybe Vicious Deadly. Because you don't get responsive on LMGs. A lot of people are skipping responsive anyways on the assault rifles
You've got a bird inbound on your position.
They want that all-range damage.
Contamination level rising
Which I would
below
say, if you're
street
going to
level.
have Vicious and Unforgiving, those are counterproductive, right? They kind of cover different ends of the spectrum. I would say go with Depth. Or get, Accurate is tough, because, like, look at my accuracy already, right? Like, as you shoot, your accuracy improves. So, like, I mean, it depends on the gun. Like, if you're running one of those bigger, the L86 doesn't benefit from accurate. But there are other LMGs that do, that have a wider spread. Those, like the M60. M60 would probably benefit from accurate. I think you're right in that regard. But L86 is so damn accurate already, like, you can't really get much tighter. As soon as you start shooting,
Level critical below
like,
strike
it might be
level.
wide right here, but as soon as I start shooting, look how tight that is. There's no point to be really investing. The thing I need to invest in is stability.
Maintain pressure. Don't let up.
Like, I might miss, like, my first shot, possibly. But I also have smart cover. Like, there you go, smart cover right there. Yeah, that's the crazy thing too. Is like, I understand people love those assault rifles, but if you're not running responsive, this L86 might actually be better, in my opinion, for PvP, because you know what? These LMGs, they give you damage to out-of-cover targets instead of, what's it called? Enemy armor damage.
15 seconds.
Enemy armor damage is a PvE thing, right? Enemy armor damage doesn't really help you against players. Not that
Cargo
much.
secured.
Accurate, vicious, prepared. That's what you, yeah. If depending on what LMG you're using, if you're using like a Hungry
Successful
Hog,
extraction
that is,
complete.
well, no, actually it wouldn't be a Hungry Hog, so you wouldn't have the third slot open. So it's gotta be something like MG5, maybe? If you got, let me, this guy, if you got like a MG5 going on, what you got right there, that accurate, vicious, prepared, that would be pretty damn good. That would be the way to go. You'd be hurting them pretty good. Your reload speed might, yeah, your reload speed might hurt a little bit, but if you have it on Lone Star, it wouldn't matter, because you would just trade it whenever it's out of ammo. You'd be fine. Yeah. Hey, it's Game Boy. Sounds good to me. I'm just out here. I've been ranting and raving. Doing my rogue rant for the
Contamination
week.
level lowering below street level.
Essentially, been making fun of, to an extent, the outcry of the striker community. They've been nervous
Hostiles detected
for
below
no
street
reason.
level.
They got nothing to worry about.
Your objective has been
All these striker
updated.
players.
Warning. Now entering a contaminated area. Leaving contaminated area.
They've got their build. It's not getting nerfed. No worries. No worries on that end. No nerfs coming. Hello? Okay, well, this server is glitched. That's too bad. I'm gonna go get that manhunt. That's too bad. The NPCs didn't spawn. They're stuck in the door or something. It's just contaminated. You can't cleanse it though. There's no NPC to kill to cleanse
You are
it.
now entering a safe area.
Hey, stupid. Over here.
Well, shit out of luck. Can't be helped. They're looking at manhunts down here. Oh, there they are. Look at them camping that door. Yo, my build is not gonna cleanse these guys. This build is not designed for that. Let's get somebody else out. Who do we need? Who are we busting out? Deadeye? I think Deadeye's the guy. Deadeye, my guy. Let's go do this.
Transmissions
Oh,
jammed.
yeah.
Proximity coverage only.
I'll be careful here. Let
Backup
me get this guy
activated.
too.
System rebooted.
Here, I'll invite you. Just give me a sec.
Warning, entering dark zone.
Get down to DZ2 while you're at it, Game Boy. I'll invite you.
No agent has joined your team.
Alright. Passed. Maybe, maybe not. Haven't decided yet. They're coming in. Maybe, nope, they're running north still. Okay, bungalow it is. Bungalow it is. Takes. Hot takes. Hot takes, buddy. Outrun my gun. All the other kids with the pumped up kicks. Come back. Let's hang. Give me that. Give me that booty. Oh, what a booty. I want that booty. Oh, give me that booty. They had that. Oh, they had that. They had that so... Oh, man.
On a swivel, I've detected a manhunt in your vicinity.
The rogue agent
That's
has been neutralized.
Jump out and get him. Oh, nope. Do it. Go. Alright. Run? No, don't go in the library. That's 5 to 10. The other ones are respawning behind us too. Oh, he's dead. Ignoring him. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, Game Boy, what's up, my guy? On us. Oh yeah, I see him. I see him. Coming. Give me a second. I gotta do these.
Area secure.
too. Watch it. God, ooh, hit that T. Oh no, actually, I'm good. I'm good. I'm gonna revive. I'm on it. Oh, maybe not.
Warning.
Oh
No
no.
protocol has
Someone
been
behind us.
from a nearby agent.
Now that I got a teammate. Here, hold on, Naz. I'm gonna test my final measure now. We got a teammate.
What are you waiting for?
I need a
Warning.
teammate to
An
use
agent on your team
my,
requires aid immediately.
my other build. My final measure requires teammates because of the 6-piece bonus. If you don't have 6-piece,
Don't ask me where I got it.
then it's okay to run something like the championship knee pads, and you don't feel bad for being a bad teammate. But in this case, I have the full 6-piece, and I give out really good buffs whenever I eat a grenade, so I really want to be on a team when I use it. So this is what we're gonna do. Teammate, here goes. There we go. That. Reload. Down the fence. Oh, they're gonna go back. They're cutting back. Here we go. Alright, I'm on final measure, Naz. Oh, crumb. That's why they jumped the fence. They wanted to have a shot on you. Jumping back over. Alright. Okay. Let's go. Alright, they're running south. I'm gonna freeze some stacks.
Alert. Friendly division agent is down.
I can't revive you.
Hostiles moving out of proximity. Contamination levels lowering to acceptable.
Hey, Game Boy, you got that T? T, no, the T. The T is better.
You think you're done?
you don't wanna crouch and pick anybody up when you're in a firefight. That's never a good move. If you got a box, you can drop it. If you've got the
Readings
ability to
indicate
pick
this
them up
area
with
is safe.
This stuff ain't
The
street. That's fine.
defibrillator,
Someone-
that is also good. But crouching while you're fighting, that is the least good one. Yeah, no good. No, that's I understand.
Warning. Now leaving the safe area.
You don't. But that's the thing is, it would be better to shoot than to pick me up. Like in the order of operations of things, like shooting is a better option. Because if you can deter them, if you can get them to run away from us instead of, because if you bend down to pick me up, that essentially just means that we're both down. Let's do this. We might be able to get to them. I think they're on a... Oh, I can't see it. I don't know where it is.
Any closer you can.
Oh no, he's got a lot of stacks already. Got them all. I don't know where he got them from, but it must have been NPCs. Hey, Sky. Refresh this page. This is clearly lying to me.
Hey, you know you need this.
Second. Yeah, we need more people, or I need to switch builds. I'm gonna put Sentry's Call on.
Warning. You are now leaving the
I don't
safe
have enough
area.
people to benefit from my final measure yet. Hold on a second. Let me pause that beam. It's in too high quality. There we go.
Warning. Agent on your team is
Backing
down.
up.
Requires
Going in
assistance.
the alleyway. Gotcha. Yeah, he's the striker of the team. How you doing, Skybass? I'm trying Streamlabs for the first time. It's kind of rough. I don't like it as much as OBS. They're about to be manhunt. I've used Deadeye. We're now on the Sentry's Call. I'm coming! No, Game Boy! Oh, be careful! Be careful, Game Boy! Reload, bud. Oh no, I missed his head. I had a chance. It's close. He reloaded, and I just missed it. I was ready for it, too. I was aiming right at him.
Now entering the safe area. Warning. Now exiting the safe area.
I had him. Do that, bud. Turn the corner. Oh, buddy. We got enough people here where this Sentry's Call will assist the masses. I don't have to actually fight anybody. Deadeye's good when I'm solo. Sentry's Call is good when you've got a big old mob. Final Measure's good when you have a team. And the Firecrest is also more of a team build. But you can run solo with Firecrest. It's an AoE just crowd control machine. Very strong play there. Very nice. I appreciated that. There you go. Get out my Firecrest. Oh, I'm in combat. Oh, gonna go rogue on me. Let me invite some people. Let me get some people. Here you go. Just gotta watch for the transfer. Oh, he's a rogue. Firecrest is probably the best move for me to make at this point, because they have a D3 and they have a Striker, both of which are pretty weak to
supply drop currently being claimed.
Firecrest. It's Firecrest versus D3. It means you have 2 points of attack. They have to pick one. Striker crowd control is obviously a very strong defense versus enemy stacks. I think that is the play to make.
Warning. All supply drops will expire in 30 seconds.
I think that is the play to make. I'm gonna go ahead and switch it up. Oh, I got stashes. RPK. Oh, that's a classic, though.
Update. Supply drops have expired.
I don't think I want to run a classic. I think if I was going to run an RPK, I'd want the black market, to be honest with you. Classic RPK is missing the grip. Black market has the grip on it. Loadouts. Let's get Firecrest out. Alright, so Firecrest, the way we run this one, I'm using Secret Mine Explosion Radius, which is, you know, most people tend to go for the turret damage, but what I'm trying to do is increase the number of people that are on fire all the time. That is my goal. And the Secret Mine Explosion Radius, when you're utilizing the airburst, when you widen that as much as you can, and you are dealing out that fire damage, it's quite good.
This is the
Even if I was on a firepower build, I think I would run those wideners, because the fire lasts a long time, especially over a wide area. If you're gonna run a MDR or perhaps the cover shooter, Big Al for those 2% procs. It depends on, you know, if you're running the 5-piece, a 4-piece ninja setup, or a full 6-piece. Whatever you roll, I feel like if you were doing the firepower thing, despite the turret getting a lot of buffs, the air burst is one of the best AoE fire area control moves in the game, and you'd be losing out if you didn't pick it up. Gal's pretty tight on the accuracy. Not against it. Not against it at all. I want to see more cover strategies. I want to see more of these tacticians out here blowing people up. I want to see more strategy. That's what I want to see. I'm seeing a lot of build diversity. I'm not seeing a lot of strategic diversity. That's okay. I'm just getting boxes instead of div tech. It's okay. You can grab it. If I was going to have one complaint about this moment, which I have very few complaints. Salty striker tears bring a smile to my face. The diversity of the builds right now, very big. Huge, awesome thing going on. But the one thing maybe that I would like to see a little more of in the ambition department, strategy. A little bit. Just a little bit, just a tiny bit. I get it. There's a lot of PvE hate. But what I would like to remind everyone is that the best build in the game right now, the very best, the one that is ruining the Dark Zone with its intense damage, sustain, and stability, also has enemy armor damage. It is, in fact, one of the best farming builds in the game. Yes, sir, that is a PvE build. Y'all are losing to PvE players, motherfuckers. You got to respect the devs. Those ballsy motherfuckers.
Warning.
They made the strongest build in the game. A PvE build. They're making everyone respect the PvE build. Bless their hearts. I hate them, but I love them. We're schmucks. It can't be helped. I'm gonna blow up on me. Yeah, it's all a matter of perspective and how you play the game. I mean, it's not... People harp on, oh, it's gotta be able to do this, it's gotta be able to do that. Sure, there are requirements, little tidbits that help you when you're doing specific things. Like, if you're trying to go solo, it sure helps to have a little bit of stamina or sustain of some kind, right? That's stating the obvious. But that doesn't mean that, you know, that every strategy in the game has to be based on face tanking. Or, you know... Yeah. It's just... It's a very weird
Now
moment
leaving
in
the
the game where
contaminated
everyone
area.
is testing everything except their strategies. They're testing the builds. You know, they're going hard with the ninja bike stuff. They're abandoning 4 pieces. They're going straight for the only thing they're advancing is the stats. They're getting 3-piece bonuses, which I thought people were going to go hard on in the first place when I first saw the ninja bike. I thought they were going for 2- and 3-piece bonuses out the wazoo, pretend they had 10 pieces of gear on them. I thought that was going to be big. You know, do the Nomad, do Predators, do Striker, Sentry's Call, do all those things all at the same time, and suddenly you have this build that is essentially a super soldier, where you have 30% to your stability,
Attention.
you have 30% to your
Dark zone.
accuracy, you
You
have...
need to look at this.
You are now entering a safe area.
Well, I'm sure they thought of it, but they figured that the advantages of the full gear sets outweighed anything they could get out of the stat bonuses. But now that they realized what the stability bonus itself was doing for them on Striker, maybe they're reevaluating what a single stat bonus
Transmissions
really
jammed.
do for you.
Proximity coverage only. Backup activated.
You know, that
System
single
rebooted.
30% bump at level 1 from sentries, that's 30 fucking %. That's huge. Where did that come from? It comes from sentries. I was just cleansing my stash. I gotta
Warning.
extract.
Readings indicate this area is contaminated.